Today I'm bringing you another Middle Eastern banger that you can pick up for a super affordable price, and that some say smells virtually the same as this well-known high-end designer fragrance from YSL. This one is from the house of Lattafa and it goes by the name of Fakhar Black. So to find out all about this one and whether or not it is a dead ringer for YEDP, stay tuned to this episode of Mags Frags. Yes, hello again and welcome to this latest episode of Mags Frags. My name's Paul and today I'm doing a side-by-side comparison between these two, which are the Lattafa Fakhar Black and YEDP from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. And the first thing to compare is obviously the price. The YEDP retails for about £90 for a 100ml bottle size here in the UK, but you can actually pick it up for about £75 if you do a little bit of savvy shopping with discount codes, etc. The Fakhar Black, however, is at least 5 times less expensive, and I paid just £15.99 for this one on eBay. But I have actually seen it priced recently as low as £13 for the same 100ml bottle size, which again comes in the same eau de parfum concentration as the YSL. Yes, so into the presentation, and this one comes in this black rigid cardboard box. It's got some very bling metallic chrome detailing going on the front, which also includes the name of the fragrance and the house, and then down at the bottom we've got the Pride of Lattafa branding. Around the back there's all your product information, which includes the size and the concentration, as well as the barcode and the batch code. We've also got this Afnan hologram of certification sticker at the top corner there, just to prove that it's an authentic product. Then inside the box, the bottle is mounted in a black velour surround, and you've got this kind of framed textured border that runs around. But the bottle is super difficult to remove at first, so for the purpose of this review I have just gently placed it into position, because if I'd have wedged it in otherwise it'd have probably taken me about 15 minutes to dislodge it. But once it's out of the box, the bottle does look, and it also feels pretty high quality. It's a weighted glass bottle with this chrome plate detailing on the front and this kind of fish scale pattern on the back as well as on the cap. It is a metal click-on cap which features the Afnan logo, and you also get a chrome atomizer which again delivers a nice decent blast of juice. And overall it's not my favourite looking bottle design in the world. It is a little bit on the tacky side, but it actually does feel super well made and pretty decent quality, to be honest. Yes, so into the note breakdown, and the top notes in this one are apple, bergamot and ginger. In the heart of the scent there's lavender, sage, juniper berries and geranium, and the base notes in this are tonka beans, amberwood, cedar and vetiver. Okay, so first off let's address the elephant in the room, and we'll discuss whether this actually does smell like YEDP, and the answer to that is of course it does, yes. When I first sprayed this one I would have sworn it was a one-to-one clone, but when I have tested them directly side by side there is a very small subtle difference between the two, and I think the YEDP is perhaps a little smoother blended and maybe a little bit less spicy than this one, but it's such a small difference that it's hardly even worth talking about when you put into context the price difference between these two. In the air, this is pretty much identical, and anyone who challenges that you're wearing a clone fragrance kind of needs to take a seriously good look at themselves anyway. And in the 40 years of wearing fragrances, not one person's ever questioned whether I'm wearing a knockoff fragrance, so I don't really understand the obsession with the pursuit of 100% accuracy, but I'd say this is about 95% accurate for those people that are bothered about it. But for anyone who hasn't actually even smelled YEDP, it's basically a really clean and fresh smelling fragrance with a citrusy opening, and it gives off a fresh out of the shower kind of smell that's totally mass appealing and likeable. There's plenty of spiciness from the ginger, and you also get some airy aromatic greenness from the juniper berries, which give off a pine tree accord kind of smell. And this is also supported by the lavender and the sage, which are also aromatic springtime florals that produce like a lovely uplifting and cheerful scent character. There is a bit of sweetness and some woody depth from the base notes, but it's basically a box fresh, soapy clean blue fragrance that's a real compliment magnet. It's perfect for any man who just wants that one fragrance that kind of just does a little bit of everything. Yeah, this is literally the definition of a Dunreach spray and go type fragrance. You can wear it casually during the day or for when you're heading out on a night out dressed up to the nines. It's probably more masculine than it is feminine, and I can't imagine ever smelling this one on a woman, and it's maybe a fraction too loud for me to kind of consider wearing it as a work or office fragrance, but it's about the safest blind buy that you're ever going to get. So if you're a student on a budget, or anyone just looking for a cheap and cheerful fragrance that kind of does a little bit of everything, then this is your guy. In terms of performance, I would say that even though this one smells just like YEDP, it's kind of like a caricature of it, where it's all pronounced and just a little bit more loud and amplified. This projects more and has more of a spicy edge to it, but it's still not a huge projector that's going to like choke people out around you. It will definitely get you noticed, and it's one where you'll constantly catch wafts of it for hours after you've first applied it. And I'd say that you'll probably get around about 6 or 7 hours out of this one before you stop detecting it. So it's a fairly decent performer, and it lasts as long as the YDP, maybe even a touch longer. Yeah, for around the £15 mark, you absolutely can't go wrong with this fragrance. And even comparing these directly side by side, I can barely tell any difference between this and the YEDP. So there's absolutely no way on earth that anyone will know that it's not the real thing when you're kind of walking past them and they're catching wafts of it. It's about 95% similar in terms of overall smell. I'd say the presentation is a little bit more on the quirky side and maybe a touch more tacky, but if you don't care about that kind of stuff, then I'd say that this is possibly the easiest blind buy purchase that you're ever going to make. It's mass appealing, it's super versatile, and it won't fail to get you loads of compliments. It also performs really well, so I would say what you're waiting for. Just get one of these ordered. It's a bit of a no-brainer. Okay, so once again, that's about it for today's Scent of the Day. But don't forget, coming up in the next episode, I am taking a look at another brand spanking, hot off the press, new release, and giving my opinions on this latest one from Hugo Boss, which goes by the name of the Scent Magnetic. So make sure to tune in for that one. And as always, guys, if you have found this video useful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future uploads like this brand new one. So once again, thank you very much for tuning in to this latest episode. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye bye for now.